Bro, before I hit record, I was hearing let the blessings come. Okay, so I split the tarot deck and look what card comes through. We have the Three of Wands. Let the blessings come, boo, period. What's good? What's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel, my return of subbies. And if you're new, it's your favorite Southern sidekick, Lele in the building. And today we got another reader, so go ahead and get your drinkity drink, go get your snackity snack, and let's get it poppin'. Now today's topic of discussion, dude. Okay, so folks are saying that you are cold-blooded right now. Why? Because you're not going to sit there and sacrifice your peace for nobody. So the message that's coming through is that in the past, you were working on something, whether it's your business, you could have a business, or just like your work life and your home life balance, right? Like you were getting things in routine, and some individuals came in and tried to disrupt that. So I don't know if you had somebody, let's say, move in, okay, or like you're trying to help a friend out kind of thing, but somebody was sitting here trying to take advantage of you. And you gave this individual or these people chance after chance to get their ish together, you know what I'm saying? But like they sat there, used and abused your resources. They used and abused like your time, your money, your energy is what I'm hearing. And this is a karmic cycle that you have completed. Like you're just in this energy of no longer accepting people in. I'm hearing strays or something like that. Like you always want to take care of people, make sure they're okay, but like it got to a point where you weren't taking care of yourself. Like you were always the middleman. You were always the person who was trying to keep the peace of situations and trying to be the bridge between people and whatnot. But it got to a point where people started to try to throw you under the bus and make you look crazy. So through that whole trial and error is what I'm hearing, like through that whole experience, like you literally felt so depleted, right? You just went through this phase of not even having the energy to do the normal things that you usually do. Like it got to a point like you were feeling so weighed down and burdened by other people's problems. I'm here, baby. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Okay, so you ain't sorry. Okay, you come to this point of like you have no more pity for people and you're not dealing with the crocodile tears anymore. Like you're seeing right through people's charades. Maybe before, like you used to have like a sweet spot where like, you know, you couldn't help but look at people's puppy dog eyes or like listen to their story and have pity for like, you know, oh, they came from a broken home kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But it got to a point like you can't make up excuses for people and them not changing. On top of that, it's definitely giving like sacrificial. Like you were overly sacrificing for people. You're at the point of no return now. Like the bridges have been burned, okay? You've been backstabbed time and time again. And it's just to this point, you're like, you know what? Screw it. Like I'm done sitting here putting people before me. So we have the Eight of Pentacles clarifying the Tower coming through, all right? And so this message that's coming through here is showing like something came and tried to disrupt your progress and what you were working on, okay? And so what ended up happening is that we have this energy of the Seven of Wands and the Four of Swords. So you decided to retreat all of your energy. You pulled back, you blocked some people, right? You're putting up boundaries, real talk. You needed a sacred space to heal and to recalibrate your energies because people had you all the way effed up. Like you can now see clearly. You can see people for who they truly are. It's definitely giving like a wolf in sheep's clothing energy that you dealt with other people. We have Judgment and the Seven of Swords. I'm telling you, people's conniving energies is being exposed and you're calling judgment. You're calling the shots on people. Like you're powerful AF, okay? Affirm that down below. I am powerful AF. You came here to leave a legacy, okay? And I'm also hearing this message has been coming up a lot lately. Like there are certain family members maybe you've been dealing with and they're not going to be a part of that legacy because they tried. I'm hearing some individuals who used to be really close with you that you really try to give the benefit of the doubt and help. They misused your power is what I'm hearing, okay? And so now they're getting caught up in their web of lies. It's Judgment Day and you're sitting here calling the shots, period. And they've never seen you like this. Like I said before, like you used to be in this energy of being overly giving and overly open, right? My door is always open. You know what I'm saying? Like the Good Samaritan. But it's got to a point like these people were just walking liabilities, period. Now we have a restoration that's happening with you. And I know that there was a lot of time spent in this energy of the drama with these folks, but now you're coming into like a second spring. We have the Ten of Pentacles clarified with the Ace of Cups. So all this ish that you went through, like it had to be exposed because you're about to walk through a season of blessings is what I'm hearing here. Okay? A season of blessings, period. You've been going through this season of simplicity and healing, and you're doing a lot of this inner healing work. And as you're doing this, it's making you stronger, strengthening your faith. Whenever we go through things like this, it really strengthens our discernment. And this is something that's happened with you. You ain't nobody's fool. That's all I gotta say. You ain't nobody's fool, period. So with some oracle cards, we have the second spring coming, okay? And so all the things, it feels like you felt like things were taken away from you. It also could be like financially as well. Maybe you had to spend a lot of money on things, like whether it was like bailing people out or something like that, right? That's what it's given. But like you went to this point of feeling like you were at rock bottom, and now you're rising back to the top. It's like things are starting to fuel back up. I'm hearing you're no longer the caretaker. You're no longer the cleanup crew, period. We have Ophelia's ghost coming through, which is all about no longer living a life of regret or like treating life like, you know, tomorrow's going to be promised. You know what I'm saying? Because it feels, especially with the second spring coming through, like there's a second wind that's happening within you where this inner strength has mustered up within you, okay? And so with this power that you're carrying, you're realizing it's like you're returning back to the strength that you left behind, right? This assertiveness, this balance, okay? There's this energy coming through, like you went from, it just feels like at one point in your life you were feeling really, really strong in yourself, and then there was like a major disruption of individuals who really made you question yourself for a while. I'm hearing just because you're an empath doesn't mean that you're anybody's doormat. And so this power that you carry of being an empath, it's made it to where like before you just like soaked in everybody's BS like an energy sponge, and like everybody's problem became your problem. But now you're realizing that the fact that you're psychic and you're an empath is actually your superpower, because you can actually see through people. So you're going from light into darkness. We have that energy coming through, followed by La Santa Muerte. So with this card coming through, this is all about divine protection, boo. And I don't know if you work with her. For many of you, that could be the case, okay? Or it's about your heritage and your ancestors coming through if you come from a Spanish heritage, all right? But this message is coming through here, okay? Spirit is saying that you're divinely protected, and you have guardians on the other side who are fiercely protecting you. And the moment that they cross that boundary, they cross that line, judgment was sown, period. That's what I'm hearing. Everything that was done in the dark to you is being brought forth into the light, okay? And so there is this balancing of karma that's coming through. People are getting their karma, but you are getting good karma with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. And what's crazy is at the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. So that's like double whammy with La Santa Muerte, because it's literally like Saint of Death kind of energy. All right, so it's about transformation. There's this whole new side of you that's been transformed and renewed is what I'm hearing. And you're turning into this person who don't take no ish from nobody. I'm hearing there's this fire that's in your eyes right now. It's a fierceness that you're starting to embody. I'm getting like an archetype of animalistic, okay, like a tiger or a lion. They thought you was a little teddy bear. They thought you was just, oh, you just a little teddy bear, you just soft and cuddly. No, you got teeth and you got claws, and you ain't scared to use them. I feel like it was multiple individuals that you dealt with, and you just had enough. And you just, maybe you were going through your contacts or going through your social medias, and you were like, you ain't no good, I'm blocking you. You just use and abuse me, blocking you. You just ask me for handouts of money, blocking you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's given. Like, you're going through this inventory of individuals. You're like, you know what? If you're not adding to my life, you're gone. And now that you're not going to be caught up in other people's drama, or like, you know, hoping that and praying that they're going to give you something back in return, right? It was not a return on your investment with these people at all. Like, you're no longer in this energy of like wondering like, how do they feel about me, or are they gonna pay me back or whatever? No, boo. Like, you're done. You're like, you know what? Don't pay me back, okay? Don't sit there and give me the same energy back in return. I don't want it because it's counterfeit. I'm hearing blood money. Like, that's what it's given. Their energy is dirty. We have legal issues, so that's confirmation coming through, court, judges, immigration lawyers, etc. So for some of you guys, like I said, something about bailing somebody out. It could have been like out of jail or something like that. But it's like, you're not sitting there going to pay nobody's bills or do it. Yeah, it's like a whole group of people, groupies coming through. Okay, and so now I'm hearing like some of these people, they're like, oh, now we have a common enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them talk and say what they want to say, because you're about to be living your best life with this Ten of Pentacles and Ace of Cups, okay? It's like creating your own legacy without these people. Or even family, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's in regards to like family or whatever, this is like making your own family. Rejected. This is the energy that you're in. You are returning to sender this season. Everybody's getting blocked. Even the granny, even the grandma's getting blocked, especially if she being messy too. I'm hearing nobody's safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. Exactly. Yeah, this is the season of reevaluating contracts with people, okay? Rejected, moving on. Thank you. Exactly. You're moving on from the dramas. You're moving on from the people who sit there and talk about you behind your back. Like, you know, because you're intuitive, you pick up on the ish, okay? And you try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and all they did was backstab you. That's what I'm saying. Some people was giving you ultimatums, okay? Trying to guilt you into giving to them, okay? I'm also hearing wanted free service from you. This could be, let's say if you have a business or something like that. Let's say, for example, you had a friend who wanted to sit there and like get free services just because y'all were friends. Like, I'm hearing something about nail tech. Okay, somebody's a nail tech and like you had a friend who just wanted free nail service, okay? And finally you were like, no. Okay, we have forcer. Forces things on you, forces their way in, and uses force to get what they want. Like I said, people who overly try to step the boundaries, you are rejecting them this season. And they have literally never seen you say no. You always said yes, right? And you're to this point, you're like, no, because it's making me bankrupt. Okay, especially dealing with people with that legal issues who are also bankrupt. Like I said, you're going from this energy of feeling like, you know, your resources are depleted to finally putting up the boundaries to people saying no, and then boom, your resources turn out just fine with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. I'm telling you, there's a restoration in your finances happening if you've been worried about that because of other people. Bro. Oh, I can't even deal. Yeah, this is your energy. You're healing. You're reflecting on things. This was coming through. And another message I'm hearing as well is as you set those boundaries, like I said, like you're making people really think about the consequences of their actions is what I'm hearing. We have grudge holder. Yeah, they're grudge holders because you won't give them anything in return anymore because they took advantage of that. Now all they do is talk ish. Like I said, it's a whole group of people that you cut off. You're in the process of just doing an audit. You're doing an audit on people this season, period. Cock blocking with an offer at the bottom of the deck. So this is given, like I said, you're putting up that 500 protection. You're not dealing with it no more. I'm hearing let people marinate in their own karma this season, okay? They're going to have to sleep in the bed they made, period. We have the inner child card coming through, and this is what you're healing from is people pleasing from your childhood, okay? I'm hearing that at a young age, it might have been really, really chaotic in your home, and so you would always, like I said, you're an empath. You're a very, very sensitive child when you were growing up, and like you always wanted to make sure everybody was okay. You wanted to try to sit there and be like the balance, and you were doing things that you shouldn't have been doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had to grow up fast is what I'm hearing, and you were the caretaker is what I'm hearing as well. And so like you always felt like it was your job to take care of everybody and make sure you were the glue to the family. And now you're just to this point like you can no longer be the glue to a family that is this chaotic or people who are going to just take advantage of your kind heart. You're done being strong for people is what I'm hearing, because it got to a point where you were just having a freaking mental breakdown, and then like you couldn't show up for people anymore. You could barely show up for yourself at one point. Family and tribe, this is what I'm talking about. In regards to people who are close to you taking advantage of you, okay? This stems from your childhood, and this is something that you're healing. You're breaking away from the tribe mentality of, oh, it's family. You know what I'm saying? Like blood is thicker than water kind of ish. Like just a bunch of toxic mental programming that you're breaking away from in regards to family and friends. And now that you've had clarity of what you really want for yourself, you're unstoppable, and it's lethal because you having mental clarity and no longer having the foggy shades of perception and viewing people and always trying to see the good in people, some people are just not good people. And a lot of times, you know, people can be naive and think that everybody has the same kind heart as you, and they don't. Yes, you are reclaiming your fire. There's this energy of like Kundalini awakening that's happening within you because we have healing coming through, and we also have sexuality. Okay, so this is, oh, hey. So that card is giving me this energy of you returning back to your flame, right? You're being reignited where you're starting to feel good again. You're being revitalized right now. It's like the pigment in your skin is also coming back is what I'm hearing. All right, you was looking all kinds of washed out and gray and faded with this energy. And now that you're no longer letting the energy leeches latch onto you, you're looking good, boo-boo, period. All right, so let's go ahead and do a real quick recap. You have clarity of who you are and what you stand for and what you will and will not tolerate. This is your life, and nobody dictates what you do with your resources, time, energy, or love. And sometimes the healthiest thing that you can do for another person who hasn't learned their lesson is to tell them, no, not this time. You're moving differently this time is what I'm hearing. You're moving differently in a way that's more discerning, okay? And you're no longer allowing strays in. You're no longer, you know, opening the door for people. look, you're building something beautiful. We have the Empress and the Four of Wands. This is your beautiful, creative, it could be also like motherly kind of energy. You're a natural mother. Even if you're a guy, like you're very, very like nurturing is what I'm hearing, okay? And so people have literally, look, this is your energy right now with this Four of Cups. You're like, you're not coming in the building. You're not coming into this foundation that I've built for myself, that I worked hard to do, right? With their chaos, okay? You're making plans. You're making a new decision is what's coming through here, okay? With the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Wands, okay? You're shifting differently. They've never seen you like this ever, okay? So I'm really proud of you because I know, especially if you're a people pleaser, it is hard sometimes and it's scary to say no because, like, you know what the outcome is. Like, they're going to sit here and talk smack, right? They're going to sit there and twist the facts. Let them twist the facts because the place that you're going to is a place of peace. And now you finally have time to do what you want to do. Whether it's write that book, start that business, go to that yoga class or that Zumba class. You will say like different things that you could do now that you're no longer financially or preoccupying yourself with other people's drama BS. This is a time period where you just elevate and you grow. Like I said, you're getting a second wind. You're going through a second spring. It doesn't matter how old you are. Like, you're going to be looking better than ever. So let's go ahead and get you some final advice, boo. All right. So because you're going from an old chapter to a new chapter full of sunshine, it's like you're transitioning from the shadows and going into the light, stepping into the sun. I'm also getting Leo energy, definitely. So we're going to pull from the Queen of the Sun Oracle. All right. So let's get it popping and see what the Queen of the Sun Oracle has for you today in regards to advice. All right, Spirit, what final advice do you have for my spiritual baddies who are putting up their boundaries, okay? Bro, yes. Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, let's get into it. We have the Will card. Look at the fierceness in her. She has a deep knowing, okay, of her steps and what to do because she's finally trusting her intuition. That's what I'm hearing here. Trusting your intuition and trusting that you made the right decision, putting people in their place, okay? We also have accomplishment. Look, this is a cycle. This is a wrapping up of an old cycle is what Spirit's showing me here. Okay, and illumination. Yes, you're walking towards the light finally. You are the light. You shine the light in the darkness, okay? You are the whistleblower, period, okay? So own that title of being an intuitive, psychic, baddie whistleblower that you are, okay? So this message coming through, you're wrapping up the old cycle, okay? And look, it's a big accomplishment. This is a major milestone in your throat chakra is what I'm hearing here, okay? And so you're stepping into a timeline where you're more confident in your voice and your decision making, okay? So kudos to you. So Spirit's saying be proud of yourself. That's the advice, okay? So that's the read I have for you, darling. I send you so much love. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out. Until next time, you have a blessed, wonderful day. Ta-ta.